December is National Grief Awareness Week, a week dedicated to supporting those who are grieving. Judy's House in Aurora is focused on helping children and families in the Colorado community. And joining us today is the CEO of Judy's House, Mickey Burns. Mickey, thank you so much for being here, because Judy's House just released a new report showing 1 in 8 children living in counties with the lowest median income will experience a death of a parent or a sibling before the age of 18. That is incredible to hear that statistic.
It is, and it's a stark contrast to children living in the higher income counties where we see a lower rate of bereavement.
So how important is it to, address it with these children and provide them resources and support that you all do?
Yeah, we know that if we can get in there and intervene with kids when they have these types of losses, we can help prevent long-term difficulties like difficulty holding a job, struggles in school, relationship challenges, and even studies that show experiencing a death loss, if you don't get the support that you need, you're at risk of earlier mortality.
Wow. And it seems like such challenging work. So how do you guys get in there and make a difference with these kids who need you?
You know, it's so interesting. I have so many friends who say, how do you do that work?
Right.
But what you learn once you start being with these children and their families is that they're looking for somebody who can sit with them in their sadness and offer them some hope. And that's a lot of what we see ourselves doing, is instilling hope in a time of darkness for children and families.
Being able to give your time and yourself in that way, though, so selfless. So give yourself some credit. It's incredible what you all do. I also want to mention Judy's House was started by former Denver Bronco QB Brian Griese. When we think about National Grief Awareness Week, as far as the grief that impacts all of us in our lives, any advice, or how can you, reach out to someone, especially during the holidays? That's a hard time. That's when we're thinking about, the people that we miss, our family and friends that we're used to spending the holidays with. Anything that you can say to reach some of our viewers who might be going through that?
Absolutely. You know, we're fortunate to have Judy's House here in Denver, where we provide free therapeutic services to children and families, but we know that that's not available to everyone everywhere. And so for all of your viewers who are wondering, how can I reach out to that cousin who just had a loss, or that neighbor down the street? Really, it's thinking of what you might need somebody to do. So do you need somebody to rake the leaves in your yard? Do you need somebody to go do some holiday shopping for you? What are the things that would be challenging to complete if you were going through something traumatic, and offering to do those things for them, watching the kids for a night just so they can get a break.
Yeah, I love that you said that, because acts of service, right? That's how you can really pitch in versus, it's not always just a phone call and listening, but sometimes action. Take action and help those that need you.
And the phone calls and listening help too, right?
Of course. All right, Mickey, thank you so much for sharing the great work that you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Mark, back